Good morning and welcome to a beautiful week on Jasiri. It's Catch Up Monday and we're here to bring you up to speed on what went down during the weekend. But before then, our beautiful Jazzy Baddie is back from her vacation. Blessings. I know you are jealous because honestly, we can't lie. We did miss you subtly, but we had so much fun when you were away.
Amazing fun.
So here's the thing.
Let's hear the story.
I'm going to excuse that behavior because I know that was like a coping mechanism because you guys missed me a lot.
Yeah, that's I'm going to excuse.
When are you going to be humble? So even this holiday, you did not bring humility back with you.
What does humility do for us?
What's that?
It's only for, humility is only for the kingdom of God.
No, she went for a wedding.
was humility?
And on top of all the bouquet throwing, she
did
didn't
not
still
catch
pick it. So what would you say?
Because I'm still living the baby girl life.
It reminds me of one of our guests.
Thank you to the beautiful lady that filled in for me. I almost felt jealous, to be honest. Almost. I'm like,
did you hear what she said? I'm going to excuse that. It's like a mother talking to. You're talking to your elders. Do you understand?
with all due respect, I'm going to excuse that behavior.
Once you start a sentence with all due respect,
All due respect, you already know it's a
there's no respect in the do.
Yes.
But it's so good to be back. I missed I called them my mothers.
Yes.
Even my mom was like, "Oh, you're not with your mothers." I'm like, "Yes, I'm with you."
Wow. But we had a good time when you were away, but we did miss you too.
Yeah.
You didn't have to start like that. You were supposed to say, "We missed you. We had a good time when we were away, but we missed you."
I'm just hoping you go on vacation a little more, so that your mouth can shut.
Lolo, I don't want to play the video that Catherine sent to me.
Yes. I plead the fifth.
Lolo was
Catherine is
crying.
already a sellout.
Lola was crying that she missed me. I felt so bad. I'm like, tell her I'll be back soon.
And there was a clause in there, but we're not going
Yeah,
to. When she said, that clause. Well, guys, now that the pleasantries are over, what I'm about to say next will sober all of us. Did you know it's been 10 years since the unfortunate and heartbreaking kidnap of the Chibok girls? Remember, in 2014, 276 girls were abducted by Boko Haram fighters from their school in the town of Chibok. Hence the Chibok girls, on the night of April 14th, in what was Nigeria's most high-profile mass abduction case. Now, 10 years later, and these are the facts.
57 of the girls escaped as they were being carted off to the group's base in Sambisa Forest, which is about 60 kilometers southeast of Maiduguri. From 2016 to 2017, 10 were rescued by the Nigerian military or freed through prisoner swaps. About 20 more returned in the past 2 years, and around 90 girls still remain missing. And I think one of the big things for me is I saw a recent report from the Murtala Muhammad Foundation that talked about the parents that had died since the kidnappings. Parents had died, suffered stroke, suffered heart attacks, simply have died of a broken heart in the long run. And they also found that among those in Chibok, there's a higher level of stress, higher medical issues now, all of this stemming from this same incident 10 years ago. Multiple administrations now, from Jonathan's administration to Buhari's administration, and now Tinubu's administration, promising to bring the girls back.
You know, there's an adage in Yoruba that says, "Omo yon."
I just said that.
She said it to me.
Yes, "Omo yon nu." Abi "Omo yon
way
son."
better.
"Omo yon ku." Also, "Omo yon nu lo."
Way better.
It literally means that it's better your child is dead than your child is missing.
Because
For those parents, there is no closure.
Yeah.
Every time you look over your shoulder, it will feel as if you're seeing your child or that your child is coming back to you. Imagine when girls were taken away from them and mothers were brought back.
Yes, with children.
Like 21 of them came back with 38 children. And I'm just trying to imagine, like, it's been a decade, right? You don't know the torture that some of them have been through. I was even talking to Catherine that some of them who escaped, there's a possibility, because we hear that a lot of them are still missing, there's a possibility that some others try to escape and were gone down, but we don't even know. And then, there's also the part of the attachment to the captors, because having children for them, there's a particular girl, I think, is it Miriam, that was like, the
one that they brought back and said she wanted to go back.
Yeah, she had like 2 kids already. So we're not talking about the psychological impact, Those girls are never going to be the same.
No,
never.
You imagine what their mindset would be now from, I've been captured or have been, c'est comme ça le mot là en français. Sure, they've been taken forcefully from where I am, and you start with hate, and then maybe you're repeatedly raped, and maybe some of them now develop some kind of twisted emotion and say how they feel about their captives. And then before you know it, the hate turns into love.
Yes.
And there's terminology for that.
Yeah.
Stockholm syndrome.
And then you ask yourself, like Lessons and I were talking just for the show, and I said, you know, I knew it was going to get me a bit emotional. And I now asked, I said, if it were our sister or our daughter involved, like how would that make, like I'm imagining myself, if I had a daughter who was there or like a sister, how would I feel? How would I be able to live with myself?
You know, we were on radio
when
when
Chibok happened.
And the emotions that, I still remember the emotions that came around that time of the Chibok kidnapping, because we continue to ask ourselves, and I have to say this, and I said it then, before Chibok, Boko Haram had been doing kidnappings, 20 here, 40 here. We did not curtail it. They now do this mass abduction that has forever changed the fabric of Nigeria, has forever changed Nigeria's history, and since then, they've continued these abductions. We were talking about Kuriga recently, not necessarily, I don't think it was necessarily Boko Haram, but offsprings, offshoots, insurgents, they're bandits. Who are they at the end of the day? Unknown bandits, unknown insurgents. What we have seen is an inability to keep women and children safe. And the society is rated on that. How you keep safe, you're most vulnerable. So 10 years later, we continue to be a vulnerable society, be it children, boys and girls, be it women, be it people living with men. We are just a vulnerable society, and you know, that lacks justice.
The thing that hurts is that these children were not taken out of this country.
Nope.
How can you say that in 10 years, Tolu, with all the advancement in technology
and all the help that was offered,
that has been offered over the years, I still find it unfathomable that we haven't found them. That's one of my most grueling thoughts when I'm all by myself. If they were taken out of the country, I'll say, oh, their footprints would have disappeared in the sands of time for a long time. But this forest they're talking about is still in this
But do you know the size of Sambisa? Let's not lie. Sambisa is one of Nigeria. It's a forest reserve. It is massive.
Okay.
Massive. And these people have been inside Sambisa so much that now they know Sambisa better than the natives.
Of course.
Than the people in the localities.
Right, fine.
But can't it still be tracked? And there's also I can't even begin to imagine the emotional trauma. Let's not forget that most of these girls majority of them were Christians. Came back Muslims by force, right? I can't imagine what they must have gone through. Now, we were hearing rumors that, they were saying confess Islam or die. Yeah. Again, we don't know the number of people who have died, the number of young girls who have died, the number of people who have gone through unimaginable things, to be honest. The rape, and then of course there's the Stockholm syndrome. It's just, I don't know, man.
It's a lot.
I come back to what Catherine was saying. Catherine, 2 daughters, you have I have 4 a day. I would lose my mind.
Oh, totally.
If I had to one day not know where she was, I would lose my mind.
And some of these parents have more than one child. Some parents have more than one child.
A lot of them would have even been willing to exchange, like, just
themselves, take me
and the girl.
Yes. At the end of the day, we have questions. Blessings?
Yeah, we do. I mean, my own question is, how are we going to find the girls who are missing? I mean, we're not even talking about dealing with the trauma that the ones who are found are facing, but there's still so many of them, over 90 of them still missing. We don't know if they're still alive. We don't know if they're dead. How do we find them?
If they're still findable.
That's a find?
Yeah.
Are you saying you're no longer finding the girls?
If they're still findable.
Because whatever comes back to us can never be the girls. It's just a carcass of what they used to be, or they would have been changed in so many ways.
Mothers will not even recognize their children. You come home with these children, and then, parents, how they feel as if, oh, my family abandoned me, or, they didn't do enough to find me, or they didn't do,
Yes, you never
look
know.
at them. They're all women now.
Are we ready to also accept them back? Because you talked about the one that came back with the kids and went back. There are many who have come back, and they've talked about how they were accepted or not, how they were rejected.
Yes.
We also do have to note one or two of the stellar stories of hope and inspiration, some of the Chibok girls that have gone on to go to university. I think 2 or 3 of them are in the U.S., met with one of the U.S. presidents, I think it was Barack Obama and his wife. They still show the perseverance of the human spirit. Their success and their ability to rise above this is a triumph for us all. But we cannot forget, 10 years later, they're not home.
It's unforgettable. It's unforgettable. And it's such a stain in our history. The fabric of Nigeria would always have this as a stain on it. The Chibok girls.
All right. All right. Well, that's it. I think it's time for us to move on. Very quickly, I'm just going to say that for the families that have been heartbroken and those that have been torn apart, we definitely have them in our prayers, because it's unimaginable. You know, we always say it's not our portion, which it's not, but somebody has taken part in. I mean, it's somebody's portion, to be honest, and then we can't even imagine what they're going through. So, yeah, we'll continue to have them in our prayers, and we hope that the government or the country focuses on the importance of therapy for these girls, because that's another thing. You know, you just let go of the fact that, oh, they're around, they're back, and then we're good. But we need to find out what the psychological effect has been for them.
And at the end of the day, for the girls, for their families, for those who are left behind and heartbroken, and to the government, we're still asking that you bring back our girls, bring back all the children that have been taken over the years. We continue to hold all of the families across Nigeria that have experienced this kind of pain and trauma in our hearts and in our prayers. We have no power other than that, and it's the power that we have to also hold governments accountable. We're going straight into a break now. When we come back, Jasiri will continue. We had to take that story because it has garnered all kinds of reactions, but now we are moving on to Catch Up Monday. I was going to say Catch Up Friday because Friday's on the screen. Now, Friday last week, a federal high court in Lagos sentenced Idris Okuneye, apologies, who we all know as Bobrisky. That one comes easier. 6 months imprisonment over abuse of the Naira. Now, apparently, the penalty for this offense is 6 months in prison, option of 50,000 Naira fine, or both. But he was charged without the option of paying the fine. And according to the presiding judge, Justice Abimbola Awogboro, this would serve as a deterrent to others. Now, this story has a lot of reactions in the coming days, in the immediate hours after the announcement of the sentence. Bobrisky, I believe, has probably started it already. We've heard from the head of the Nigerian Corrections Service, and that's the former prison service, saying that he would be in the male population, but would be in sort of like a protective situation. But according to court documents, he did declare his gender as male when he was asked by the honorable judge. And, you know, people have started, is he the transgender he claimed he is, all the surgeries he has claimed he has done? But I really don't think that's really the big issue for me. Because, so, abuse of the Naira, this is a crime. The FCC is able to charge him with this crime. But one, he's the second person we've seen charged with this crime so far. We had the Nollywood actress last year who was charged, also went and served her time as well. He's been charged, found guilty as well. We've seen more videos since he started his time in court. So I don't know. Questions are, is this what the EFCC should be chasing? Is it such of a big issue? What do we think?
There's so many things to think, but
we want to ruminate over it.
Let's ruminate over it. Maybe when we come back.
I don't know what people are talking about. Didn't you notice when he was holding, all I saw was his nails. The guy still came correct. Even there, he still, you understand. So when he was being escorted, it was like a celebrity going to,
let's just chew on this because I have an angle. Where we definitely return. But let's take a break. We'll be right back. Welcome back. If you're just joining us, we're just about to tear apart this Bobrisky's. I'm not saying anything about. Okay, we're just about to extract and thoroughly discuss Bobrisky's imprisonment. You know, a lot of people, over the weekend, I was privileged to listen to some people, different people talking about it. And some would say, some of the school of thought, that they actually gave him that punishment because they know that if he was given the option of the fine, he probably will become a repeat offender. Because if it's just 50,000 and it's something he can pay, he might begin to make a mockery.
But that's the first
it's just, I said, a school of thought. Before you bite me, that it will become something that they will make a fanfare of. Like, okay, is it not just a fine? And the next, he would have kept his 1 million naira for the next couple of offenses. So they wanted this to be like the maximum of it so that he can thoroughly curtail anything that might come out from it.
I'm not even going to lie. I think there's more to this, right? Because within that period, Bobrisky was not the only one who sprayed money.
We know.
And there are video evidences everywhere. Even people have said it, right? So this is more an issue of... And then there was also the thing about, you know, what's his name?
Very dark man.
Shadow man, coming out to say that, you know, if Bobrisky is not arrested, and that's where the question comes in. Is there a subtle... you know, is there something more? Are they channeling it towards cross-dressing? Because a lot of people have said it.
But the thing is, in law, once whatever the judge has in front of him, they cannot
the only way that he can
another indictment.
Type of sentence or
so
crime.
they can't. So whatever
you know, it's not even the judge.
Is what they're going to judge based on.
It's all right.
So there cannot be an inference of his cross-dressing because in Nigeria, cross-dressing is still not against the law. Homosexuality is what is against the law, and it is even the act. You must be caught in the act.
Not professing to be.
Not professing.
This is just reminded me of was there a cut? Did they cut me?
There was no cut.
They got me.
That's another one.
So those are the things that we need to really, really know. So whether we like all these inferences we're making, is just our own.
So let me bring you back to the law then. So one, on this issue, he's not a violent offender. This is not a violent crime. This is his first time in front of the court. As a first-time offender, I would have expected the fine. Expected. That's the fine. Oh, Monday. Yes. When you have too much fun on the weekend, I would have expected the option of fine, whatever the fine may be. That's one. But and I say whatever the fine may be because I said it this week. I think 50,000 naira as a fine for a first time on this is too small. It's too small. We're talking about people spraying money. You're saying it's abuse of the naira. If you want it to be a detriment to them not to do it, then you need to make the fine something that hurts.
Yes.
But do you know
something that hurts?
What I am seeing happen is that they are these might actually make Bobrisky
more popular,
a hero of some sort.
You see, that
will become the face of whatever
I was getting there because we are just looking at it like Bob has been sentenced to prison. We know how Bob is. I started following Bob when he was on 50K followers. Now he's in the millions.
When he started on Snapchat.
And exactly. And everybody says, oh, everybody's quick to throw him under the bus or talk bad about him, but he has just been going steady. And he's using it to his advantage. I'm with Tolu when he says, okay, first-time offender, okay, 50K is too small, but I would have expected that option of fine to actually be enforced. He's a first-time offender. Now look at him even going to prison. He's like a celebrity, like his job.
To be honest, that's what I'm trying to say.
And they're giving protection as well.
We're unnecessarily making heroes out of people. After he was arrested, that's what people kept saying. Like, if there's nothing more to it, and I get the point about, you know, what the judge is being presented with, but it's just like 10 people stealing, you catch one of them because you don't like that one, and then you tell maybe the boss in the office, like, this person stole. Of course, they will fire the person if that's the penalty. So the judge is not even the thing now. Like, the fact that I believe that there was something else that made them catch him at that period, and then there's also, you know, we're hearing honestly, I don't even think it's my business that you're saying that all the alterations they said he did on his body, he didn't do it. Why did that? Who said that? So that's the new one. They just was it the N something? I don't
NCOS.
I think so. Yeah.
That's Nigerian correction. That is not our business. And that is a private matter.
Exactly.
That's actually confidential.
It is now news. It's now news that Bobrisky will now be kept in the male prison because all the things they said he did to the body apparently he didn't do it. Like, why did you have to say that to us?
But the thing is, you'll be surprised that this boy will leave prison and somehow will find his way out of the country, and then you will now immortalize him and give him, you know, the girth that he needs to.
You will be shocked that there are so many people who are silently supporting him.
Of course.
It's not even silent. Yeah, a lot of people are saying it.
No, a lot of people are saying, what happened? Do we have non-custodial sentencing in our laws? Where you don't have to be in prison. It's like what they do.
No, they can put you on house arrest.
So that's not good. Okay, but
but all those films where they think say they operate you.
No, I'm talking about what I was trying to give you an example. What I'm saying is, with what we see in front of us, regardless of what you think about him, we have issues with our criminal justice system.
Yes, we do.
Because even when sometimes we see situations where politicians have embezzled money, then you go and see the option of fine, or you go and hear what they plea bargain to return. You can obviously see that the crime is not fitting what is being sentenced. And so we're seeing it in a microcosm here. So unfortunately for me, it is, as Lolo said, is what the law is before. Many people expected the judge to give him an option of fine, first-time offender.
It is the purview of the judge.
The purview of the judge.
I hear
fine,
that.
jail,
like
or
Blessing
both.
said.
But we need to go and change our laws. We need to make amendments to our laws. 50,000 as an option of fine for spraying money, I think to me, is too small.
And besides, he's not the only, like Blessing said, he's not the only person that has been spraying money.
And again, why was it not even accepted?
Exactly.
Because he pleaded guilty. He did not claim it. He pleaded guilty.
Exactly. He did everything he should do.
He did everything he should do.
Well, it's a story that will continue. There will be different angles. Now, they told us that the thing he said to his body is a taper. It wasn't.
But Bobrisky was just catching.
Mais ça va, non? It's us that.
Ça va, non? Pour.
It feels like every single facet of this country is trying to make content. Because why would you say that? Like, what do we need that information for now? Oh, it's going to be kept in the male prison.
It just shows that everybody likes
still keep in
Samebo.
protective custody.
And they just dropped it.
I think the fact that he's going to be in male prison and being protective is enough.
But
going into amendments about his body or adjustments.
I would love to know the prison they're taking him, because I've been to a couple of prison evangelism, and I'm looking at the space where he will get, private lodgings and,
Lola, please, let's move on.
Would they let him buy his body skincare product?
I'm not happy with the way you guys are just slamming the he on. This was the best dress some days ago. Why
She's back.
Best dressed female. Why are we doing that?
Okay.
She's in prison and she'll be fine.
Blessing.
But now, mind you be Bobrisky.
Guys, let's move on to our next catch-up story, which leads me to an article I read about the rising cost of locally produced foods against imported foods. According to a survey done by Naira across major food markets in Lagos, locally produced foods are now more expensive than some imported ones. The survey covered from March 12th to April 11th, 2024. According to the survey, a bag of foreign rice in a Gondo market, which sold at 88,000 Naira 2 weeks ago, now sells for 78,000 Naira. That's 10K difference. In Iyanokbaja market, just here, the same bag of rice was sold at 90,000 Naira 3 weeks ago, but was down to 79,000 Naira as at the 11th of April. Now, a box of Super Pack noodles from a well-known brand, which was 9K in December, sold for 17,000 in March, but has fallen to 13,800 as of the 11th of April. In supermarkets, foods such as canned beans, stringed beans, flour, and others are seeing notable drop in prices. I don't know how true that is. On the other hand, a paint bucket of Gary, which was sold at 2.5 3 weeks ago at Igondo, sold at 3,400 as at the 11th of April. Good-sized tuber of yam that sold for 2.5 a month ago now sells at 3.5. Don't say we didn't help you. This is the survey that has come to
close my mouth.
Our table.
People were buying noodles at 17,000.
I was at the market on Saturday. That's why I told you, my responses to you were.
My children ate some this weekend. One piece was 3.
Gary was 3. The Gary is 3.4 bucket.
Yeah.
Gary is 3.4. I bought it at 3.4.
But my question is, why exactly are locally made goods more expensive?
You know what? People are moving.
We're all asking that question because when we were talking last week, Lola was saying about the women that sell Ewedu. Mama, what's up with dollar? But now the things that are dollar affected directly are coming into the country and they're coming down.
Listen, a man, they do man.
Honestly,
Nigerians, they do themselves.
We are I say that we're a reflection, this country, we're a reflection of who our leadership is. Because every opportunity that I see marketers get, they use it to exploit to the fullest. You know, people that buy at a certain amount will make sure that they sell at an exorbitant price, even though they didn't buy at that price. But they will still make you feel as if, if I don't sell at this price, I'll not be able to buy more.
That's the excuse that a lot of them are using now.
The market, I was told, the goods I got at that amount, I need to sell it off at this amount.
Let's be honest, it's not even all of them that got the goods.
So they
At
climb
that amount.
So they ride on that. And say, even the goods that you bought after when the dollar has come down, you're still saying that you bought it when the dollar was high.
I'm just afraid for us because things will get bad. There are many times that people will be looking for corners to make ends meet. Imagine if people are ready to buy tomatoes and peppers that are already spoiled. And they will tell you they will boil it, till and season it. And you can. Have you ever tasted sour pepper? I have. It's something that can actually hurt more in the long run. Imagine if an epidemic broke out in some suburban areas of the nation, where they are just eating any food and people buy from Mama Food.
They don't send you. They'll tell you that they will use those rotten tomatoes.
I'm still coming back to this.
And that the stew will be
poverty is not an excuse to be unethical and immoral. Yeah. The two are not conflated together. It is people who choose, because even rich people, even middle class in this country are unethical and immoral.
Yeah.
So don't tell me it's because you're poor is something that you're going to make those decisions. It's because you're morally bankrupt and unethical.
Unethical yourself. Honestly, I don't know what we're going to do, but the way food keeps increasing, it's something that the government needs to be really alarmed about.
Yeah, because
but even all this one that Lagos State is doing to mitigate it's not everybody that can actually make that Sunday market. I have not even gone there because the one that really will catch my eye is the one in Mushi. And I live all the way in Aja.
But you have one or two in your area.
I hear, but I don't know.
You have one or two in your area.
Except you have to research it and really look. Because the few ones I've seen, I just see like a few market vendors there, and it's not even something. When we go to market, you want to see variety.
But interesting enough on this dollar thing, because it's one of the conversations that our business team will be having today. They said that your Naira is doing well. The Naira is the best performing currency in April. Goldman Sachs, that's what they're telling us, because it is now appreciating against the dollar. So it's come down. And in one of the conversations we're going to have later, we're also going to see that in effect. So something is happening with the Naira. In the past few weeks, maybe not weeks, in the past few days plus, it has appreciated. If we're seeing that appreciation and we're seeing imported items showing that appreciation, why are the local items that went up? Nigeria is the only country.
Repeat after me. 1, 2, go. Appreciation.
Hey.
At least let us be
okay. So my thing is,
there's been an appreciation.
Gang. You can't know it. Yeah, yesterday.
What do you call me? I know the song.
What's the song?
Do. I know the song.
What's the song?
It's not. Was it Sonia that sang it?
Hey!
Wow.
No. For you, I know the song. My mom listens to that song.
So why didn't you
time.
sing as we're singing?
Because I wanted to say something.
Okay, say it.
Because I'm bothered about the situation of the country.
Okay, say it.
No, but really, if there's another stanza of the song, you can sing it. I'll sing along. I know the song. I'm serious.
Please be serious.
Anyway, so my thing is, we're in the same country where the president is talking about putting an end to importing things. Is this how we're going to keep living? Because the moment it stops, we're going to become the worst opportunist there ever is. I mean, now we're still seeing at least we're seeing in the market imported goods and our own goods. But when the import stops, that means we're going to see shit.
That means, do we have the capacity to be able to feed the nations on our
own?
Not yet. No.
Imagine even Tolu was saying the immoral. Some immoral people. Have you seen immoral? That thing that they used to sell Gary, they would have put holes with cardboard.
And that's Gary. We have not entered crayfish. Cray.
No, that is some people's protein. Some people are eating fish.
You want to sell it?
No, remember we talked about people have gone to eating
I know wanted to buy.
Can't afford fish and meat.
She wanted to buy a kg of chicken. She said, "Mommy, I changed my mind to panla. Not just panla.
No, it's 4-5
She
now.
said small panla.
At this point, you will tear it.
Because I had to think that, Mommy, all we need is the taste in the food. Let's just know that there's
something there
inside this thing."
Yeah. That's where everybody is at now. Let there be something.
At this point, just hold your meat or fish,
sleep
it, and then eat your food. So that it can last longer.
You sleep it. Eat your rice.
All right, we need to move to our next story, but a quick reminder, you can reach us on all of our social media platforms. We are at News Central TV. Use the hashtag Jasiri to be part of the conversations. Now, as we talked about the dollar and the market, there's another dollar market competition happening right now, and that's with prices being pushed down when it comes to airfare on a particular route. And of course, we know when more people have the spending power, it encourages trade, expands the markets, and boosts the economy in general. Now, it seems that the successful addition of the Lagos to London routes for Nigerian air carrier Air Peace is leading to competition among international carriers, and that's heating the market up. And fares are plummeting on the route. But this is also in part thanks to the Naira gaining on the dollar, because the IATA rate for ticket sales in the country appreciated from about 1,800 Naira per dollar a few months ago to 1,468 Naira a few weeks ago, and now stands at 1,261. Nice. Catherine wants to, you want to clap for the
honestly, like,
I feel for Catherine, because I asked her, I said, sister dear, where is this tree that gives money? Yeah. Because I would love to come
a little bit of context. She's paying international school.
Oh my God.
I never would have thought that we would.
Let's do the price check.
Yes, Airpiece is $655.
No big go.
British Airways, $787. Egypt Air, $470,000.
Yes,
Virgin Atlantic, $927. Royal Air Maroc, $456. I would rather suffer in the air. Rwanda Air, $545. Ethiopia, $543. And Turkish, $647. Air France, $915. KLM. It's such a long time. 927.
You see how that 1,000 wanted to enter? You're so used. But let's talk about the fact that we're coming from where we saw economy tickets being around 3 million, 3.1, 2.8.
I could not have gone
just a few.
I relegated my all of that. I did this had happened like a week ago. I would have gone to London for 1 week, but no.
There's nothing you tell me. This is intentional. And then I see people, in the comment section saying, don't let them drive our own out of market. That's talking about Airpeace, patronize Airpeace. But I'm like, look at Egypt Air, it's 400 and something. Let's be honest.
But if Airpeace did not come out with Egypt Air, so appreciate them by buying their tickets.
No, I'll buy them.
But is it feasible?
Yes, it's still a competitive market.
And I hear that there's jollof rice on air, and even semo.
You don't mean it.
Yes.
So, but is this not a reflection of buy the Naira to grow the Naira, or buy the Naira to grow the economy?
Do you want to start working in that agency that is not functioning? What's the name of that agency?
Honestly, people going to leave soon.
I'm honestly just trying to be very practical here, right? Because yes, we know that we want to patronize our own, but if you see, the competing ones cheaper, especially those who do not have the buying power.
But have you ever entered some competing airline? I have entered airline before that have no television from here to America.
Is that not a 12? Depending on where you're going, 12 or 18-hour trip.
My sister,
I'm itching to
I had to entertain myself by singing praise and watching songs on the land.
Lola,
Please don't ask. I will not tell you.
I think it's on that list.
To make my ambassador.
I think it's on that list.
Free.
Alan Oyema, the CEO of Airpeace, has been speaking in recent times, and he's been saying that he feels that this is a ploy, the drop in prices, especially to undercut him right now.
We're going to undercut him
because he has done this. And we've had our issues with airliners, and airspace or whatever, but it is at the end of the day for the benefit of the consumer. It is now up to the consumer to decide if they want to be patriotic to the Nigerian or they want to be patriotic to their pockets.
One thing I'll say is, as long as Airpeace has that quality, a lot of people would not give up comfort and quality for cheaper prices. So if you have top-notch service that you render, just keep it up. Those that have the money.
Well, a lot of people travel
based on money.
Because you would say, why would I go buy a business class ticket when all of us are still arriving at our destination? I would rather spend money on...
If you see me in economy, I am one of those people you call no shame the shameless. Because I would rather stay in economy and use my money.
Use the extra to shop and ball.
I shop, me that have 4 children. Do you know what? Every time I travel, I use it as an opportunity to stock up on everything for the children.
Yeah.
So why waste my money just to lie down? Don't worry, when I get to my destination, I would rather be in a nice hotel.
So there are people like that.
What exactly is in the business class though?
Long chair. Like,
sometimes champagne, unlimited champagne and orange juice.
So the extra money you paid is what you'd have used to buy champagne outside.
You do unlimited mimosas if you want to. They have the blankets.
So hold on, let me ask you guys a question. If somebody offered to pay for a business class ticket for you to fly to the UK, to France, to the Netherlands, wherever, and say, okay, gives you the money to buy a business class ticket. They want me to go there,
But to be honest, I think
they want me to go there. I will get there.
No, I think I'm going to buy the business class ticket too.
Of course, you have that's why you're eating chichi.
No, see, to be honest,
you're not cooking.
I'm not joking. I'm all
finished.
about the intentionality of relationships. That person might be testing you.
Yes,
I'm serious.
How will the person know that you flew business? Mommy, take a picture when you are there.
Mommy,
you just go to your business class and say, my brother, beg, just shit. Let me
no, Catherine. When everybody, I will sit in my chair until everybody disembark. When they are disembarked, I will give my phone to air hostess. Say, please, give me one mimosa for. I'll take picture. Oh, what a lovely flight. I enjoyed my business class. Then, but I hear that is what a lot of some people. I've flown some flights of people. They will wear face cap and hair muffler to eye. So that you can see. I walk around my cheap and cheerful economy, greeting everybody. How are you?
Okay, ladies, on this issue, we still need to remember there's, of course, a lot of dependence on the dollar in Nigeria. Well, a lot of dependence on imported things. Inflation is still at the highest it's been. Food inflation, what we just finished talking about, is a massive issue for many Nigerian households. And then, of course, the currency depreciation. The currency depreciation has main influencers of upward ticket prices. So the competition in the market is good. We hope it continues to be fair competition. If Nigeria has any way to protect competitive pricing for the benefit of the consumer, I hope we are paying attention and we're watching in the long run.
I won't even lie. I never thought that Naira would be this close to 800 Naira anytime soon. To be honest.
I like how Blessing said it says close to 800 Naira.
Yes, that's
very optimistic.
I'm trying to bring it down.
Why is 800 the mark for you?
No, she's speaking faith.
Okay.
She's speaking because
so that when it gets to 800, we'll start calling 500.
That is what you call high faith.
I remember how many years ago when it was
I'm telling you something.
As in, we connect.
When I traveled that time, Catherine, my sister used to just look at me in that cheap shop in UK. I need to go there. You know that shop? Have you shopped there? They usually buy socks from there.
Yes, we know that shop.
You know that shop. My sister, she said, Lola,
did you see the trolley you push out?
My sister, I will buy so much that in the trend.
You'll be happy with yourself.
I want to use this opportunity to appeal to the general public because it looks as though they can relate to a lot of things. If you have it in mind, if God is touching your heart to take me to travel, if you want me to buy business class, I'm the only one that said I'll buy business class. I will buy just so that I can relate.
So I have these vacuum bags when I travel. I put everything inside. Then you put the nozzle of the vacuum. It sucks out the air. Inside one bag, I'll get 3 of those. Ask me how my name is Adeleru.
Listen.
Let me tell you how to pack.
They put vacuum weight. It sucks out the air.
Have you ever heard that? You carry the thing like with one hand.
You need to.
I travel with you all the time.
Please hook me up.
We will talk
for my next traveler.
No, of course.
Hook us
up.
Because
we need to go somewhere, right?
Yeah. Don't worry.
You missed us. No one's doing you.
2 times 11.
Honestly, but it's so nice that we can even joke about this thing. But it's serious things. Nigerians have borne a lot in the past couple of months. I know people whose children had to start working because their parents just could not afford tuition because it was a lot for them. So the Naira coming down is good for us.
It is.
It is good for us.
It's like someone having a fever for so long and your fever breaks. No matter as it be, man. That break, you will shout hallelujah.
And just like Tolu said, in a nutshell, competition is good for the economy and for the consumer. As the forex market becomes more stable, we hope to see more price cuts. It can come down, and the Naira can come down to 800. It's not magic. It can. And local businesses competing as well with their global counterparts to offer Nigerians better and more affordable services. And we hope not to see a lot of global counterparts trying to run local businesses out of service because we would not allow.
Yes.
Not we shall, those that have the money.
Which one is those that have the money? But all this vacation talk, please, who's traveling this year?
Yeah.
Good.
I speak through faith, by faith in faith.
You people will miss me,
No,
my plans. You people will miss me.
Tolu is going on leave. I don't know, but Tolu, what
Are
are
we
the
not
plans?
traveling?
I know
We
we're
should plan to travel together.
You said?
Jasiri,
I will use vacuum.
You better let's go because middle of the year, I'm out of here.
Jasiri in France, Jasiri in the Netherlands, Jasiri in Bangkok.
Location.
Oh my God. Hi, welcome. This is the Eiffel Tower and Macron. Emmanuel Macron. This one will call the show ourselves.
It's Macron. It's Macron.
Macron.
But Lolo will like him. You know,
Of course, he likes older women.
Yes, I know you like
does
him.
Lolo not
Even
like?
the story
And
is,
you know,
the
and-
story get K legs, but
It doesn't matter even if I have to enslave him.
But Lola will straighten that story. Lola will, you know, that is everything. In Yoruba, it's coming to me. Oh, I don't know whether I'm saying it right or whether it's coming to me right. Oh, my tojo,
Oh yeah! So because we're planning for France, see the way she'll be so taking over this airspace.
No.
You'll be speaking French.
No, it's okay. We can also go to. We can also go to Namibia.
okay.
You'll be
We
speaking
can
French.
also go to. We can also
Let's
go
go
to.
to Ijebu.
Yeah, let's go now. All is good. Now we pray appreciation.
So,
That's
guys,
the
we need to go
Yoruba
for.
song.
I don't know what's happening. Monday is feeling like a Thursday or a Friday, but we hope we're helping you to ease the stress of the new week.
Tension equal.
We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, there's more on Jasiri.
Jasiri, now right before we go into the Good News Monday segment, there's a story that I'm going to read out. I'm curious to hear the lady's take and, of course, your take on it. Now, it says, a lady found herself in a bit of a pickle when planning a movie outing for her neighbor's kids. She said, wanted to take my neighbor's 3 kids to the movies. Their dad gave his permission. Days later, their mom, who I don't talk to, sends them to tell me she'd be coming along. I said, okay, if she'll be paying for her own thing. She refused. What are you doing in that situation?
I don't understand.
She should have born the children. I think
wants
this
to
is
tag
a
along.
family something. Are you going to separate the family?
But
I
wait,
think
how do you not talk to me, but you want to take my children for a movie?
No, but the father, she talks to the father.
Nemsa.
And not the
No,
mother.
I mean, no. So in her defense, she probably talked to the first person she saw. It's the father's responsibility to talk to the wife.
Exactly.
Blessings. Well, see, there's some things that are in bad taste. Everything depends on your approach. A child belongs to 2 people. You get along well with the father, you don't get along with the mom. It's okay. Don't carry their children.
Don't carry their children.
Because getting permission from the dad doesn't necessarily mean that.
I don't believe. Again, let's look at the context of what she said. She doesn't talk to her. Doesn't mean they don't get along well. They just don't talk. Yes, literally, like
Jersey.
they don't talk. They're neighbors, right? I have neighbors that I don't talk to, but we're not fighting.
They're
Right?
not
We're not
fighting.
enemies.
So
yes.
did you now go and carry their dog and feed?
So she asked for permission, right? She didn't just take the kids. She asked the father. It's the father's responsibility to say, "Oh,
Let me
my
ask
wife
their
might not be." Yes, my wife might not be cool with it.
So
if I ask the father,
we don't know the timeline. So she's making it seem like as soon as she asked, the father immediately said yes. I'll have an issue with that in a 2-parent household where you're not the sole custodian of the children. He very much knows that she doesn't talk to his wife. His wife doesn't talk to her. So if he said yes immediately without getting to his wife, problem.
Yeah, but why
if
are
he
you blaming
talked to
her,
his
though?
wife, no, I'm not blaming her. If he talked to the wife and the wife said yes, no issue. Then the wife comes a few days later and says, "Hey, I'm going along."
And then you pull out and you say,
I agree with her in saying, in asking the wife to pay. You're not part of my plan.
why
You
is she
should
going
pay for
along?
yourself. But it was the beginning of this thing that's not very,
My dear,
it's not kosher.
If I'm the wife, I say I want to go. I don't have to. If you're taking my children, wait, I say, let's tag along and be okay. If you tell me no, you're not going to pay for me, it makes me suspect, oh, okay.
No,
so
I do not agree.
agree.
I do not. If you do not want your children to go out with the woman, then tell your children to stay at home. Don't tell me you want to go along. I want to take your children out because I'm taking my children out. I just want them to have fun.
Listen to me.
You want to tag along.
You went to meet my husband. He didn't come to me. Now me bondage.
It's not my responsibility to meet both of you.
My sister. Not be you get picking. If your neighbor
that's why
you
she
don't
took
have to take
permission
them
from one.
No, you cannot take permission from one
If
person.
you guys are divided, it is not her business, right? If she takes permission from the father and maybe he agrees immediately, maybe he doesn't agree immediately, and he doesn't talk to the wife, it's not her business.
Let me ask you, if you marry now, so say you marry now, you stay your husband's house, you know, you're good.
Girl.
Yeah.
And then your neighbor comes to meet your husband and want to take your 3 children to go and watch cinema.
Yeah.
And you know you don't talk to, no, you are not fighting. You're not talking to yourself, but you are not fighting. But tells your husband that, oh, hi, Felix, I would like to take Timileyin and Tadpole to cinema to watch film. And your husband says yes, without her talking to you. How would you feel?
I would have issues with my husband, not her.
Exactly.
She's not my problem. It's just like saying somebody snatched my husband. They didn't snatch my husband. He went out.
But there will be issues,
Exactly.
Do you get? My husband is not a dummy.
At least of all the things
The issue I would have
not saying the same thing.
that was spot on.
Lolo.
Fingers are crossing.
Lolo, don't.
Oh, because you did your nails.
Man, no,
Have you seen me? On our show, I was assaulted.
It don't happen. Hey, Kirika, don't jack.
I'm sorry, I've changed. I don't know where that came from, to be honest.
No, it came from your real self.
No.
Your area boy is smart.
No, but she went to learn on leave.
In all sincerity, right, I don't see anything wrong with what she did. And if the mother of the children was not okay, right, fine. Your husband agreed for her to take the children out, and then the next time she's coming again, you would just politely tell her, "I wasn't aware you took them out the last time."
Besides,
I don't think it's cool.
you know,
I don't
with
like
everything
it, right?
going on. Besides,
You will not tell me you want to tag along.
You go, hey, please, can I go to a good
right.
news Monday?
Yes,
Because you want to beat
it says you want to beat Lolo.
At least let's quickly finish
application
the
to
show.
go.
Before
No,
she
submit your application to go on Good News
It was a
Monday.
slip of tongue, guys.
Application approved.
Anyway, at least she was done on national television.
There's evidence.
That's not me.
I was
guys.
assaulted verbally. My mental health is at risk. And I need therapy. So I don't know what HR would do because right now I cannot even know how I'm going
Don't
to
worry,
go.
the Good News Monday will uplift your spirit. Let's go.
So,
wow.
Did you see?
Hey God.
Tolu,
Let's go.
Moti yeye. Today we're back with our Good News Monday segment where we share uplifting stories that are heartfelt and inspiring. I just love how Nigerians are making their own mark across the world. Stories like these make me even prouder of my heritage. A young lady, Princess Owowo, has just become the first Nigerian female officer to graduate from the UK Military Academy of Sandhurst. This historic milestone is not only a testament to her perseverance and dedication, but also a shining example of women breaking barriers and paving way for the future generations. They say if you are not invited, you have if you are not invited to have a seat at the table, make your own table.
Yes, sir.
It also shows that our nationality is not a stumbling block and you can achieve anything you set your mind to.
Yep.
Congratulations to Princess Owowo. We at Jasiri, we salute you. Wow.
They're learning work.
Amazing.
See her chest out. Look, I did tell you.
Proud.
He's proud.
I'm inspired.
Yes.
I'm so inspired. I think I want to drop this mic right now and go into the military academy.
So you can learn how to beat
Yeah, I
your
don't know,
elders
I need
even
to-
more.
When is not a video vixen academy?
Wow. She looks so young.
She looks quite young.
It's like we're going to have a group meeting after this show.
When is that video vixen academy?
Wait,
Maybe you can see her plain face. Can you do it? When you use 3 hours to paint face instead of going for your military training.
I need to look pretty.
Of course,
for the
you need to look
officers.
pretty. That's why you are
to
not
distract the
You are
enemy.
not Princess Owowo.
I need to
They will
distract.
use me to distract them.
You are not Princess Owowo. We know our type.
My God. Wow.
But when they say that,
been
anytime
on
I
the
see
edge.
Clarence Peters that needs video vixen,
Lolo,
Yeah,
can
you're ready
Lolo,
yourself.
can I close?
You know, no, we can no longer control you. You can even produce the show and close it. So, Tolu, can mommy close?
Mommy Dio. I mean, Mommy
Blessings.
Blessings. Please go ahead.
No, she had just come back from sailing with Sunday.
All right,
And she was sailed away.
All right, guys, that's all we can catch up on today. But the good news is I am back, and that means all good jokes, and I'm not going to take it from the bullies. No, I love you, my Assyrians, and I'm going to make you proud, I promise. What you saw today is not me. I was pushed, okay? And you fans me. 10 a.m. tomorrow from me and the ladies, my mothers, my delectable women, the ones I respect.